Back for another year. It's the 2025 Victorian Hot Rod and Street Machine Show, brought to you by Greased and Gassed, and also brought to you by the VHRA. First group we're going to cover here is the Roadlords, and we've got the long-awaited unveil of Dean Davidson's 1951 Ford Business Coupe. This thing's got a 6-inch chopped roof, handmade floating front grille, riding on airbag suspension that relies on E-level to keep everything at the right height. It's got a built 8BA flathead V8 engine and is 60s period custom trim.
Next off the rank is Joe's Custom, which was built in it was part of the Los Cocinos Car Club, which is a bit tricky to say. It was traditional style with Barris inspiration there. And next is Rafe Stanley's Custom 56 Buick with some pinstriping.
Yeah, after that we got James's Custom 63 F100 unibody, which means it hasn't got the separate tray. It's a long wheelbase apparently. Got a small block 302, C4, automatic and a 9-inch. The chassis has been notched, it's got airbags, Jaguar front end, stock body and paint, but the front seat retrimmed in white and gold tuck and roll.
A lot of these cars you'll find on our other episode of the Custom Park Cup, including Damien Lewis's president of the Roadlords, is his 1930 Ford 5-window coupe, all steel body, 4.5-inch chop with a 6-inch channel, 32 grille. It's running a 350 Chevy engine with 6 Strombies on there, custom fuel lines and regulator, and yeah, it definitely got that 60s custom interior as well. So beautiful work. And coming up next we have an unveil thanks to Sandra.
It's 11 o'clock on the dot, so it is time for our first unveil. I am talking to Shane here from Southern Rod and Custom. They're up in Shepparton, and these guys are known for some very, very nice cars. So I'm sure when we pull the covers back off this, it's not going to disappoint. Shane, tell us a little bit about what some of the covers, and then we'll get your very good-looking unveilers over here to pull the covers back for us. But yeah, fill us in.
Yeah, thanks, Sandra. So this particular car, 32 Ford Roadster, was started by me as a personal project. One of our customers decided he wanted more than me, so we got to finish it the way I wanted it. It's coming out pretty close to our first edition of the car. It's a pretty special car. It's got a lot of trick things we've done with it. So I suggest everybody just stand around and take it in first off. It's probably not everybody's cup of tea, colour-wise, but I think it'll impress everybody.
All right, guys. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look what's under the cover. Because I haven't even seen this either when we were bumping in yesterday. So, everyone, give it a round of applause. This is a fresh, brand new car. Now, Shane, when I looked at the board, it says a 1932 Ford Mercury, and as I hadn't seen the car, I was like, well, what's that about?
Okay, so that's just a bit of a tongue-in-cheek thing. The engine in it's just a lovely small block Chevy. But I grafted white block Ford, or actually Mercury golf colours to it. So hence the Mercury name, just a bit different.
Yeah, everyone, if you have a look at the car, when you do come around and have a look at it, it is quite well done now that I've seen it here. Now, obviously, if you're not from a hot rod background, because some people have come in obviously just to have a look around, most of the people here are obviously having a Chevy and a Ford. We do cop quite a bit of, I'm going to say crap, for a very polite word, about it. So that is very confusing for a lot of people when they look in there and see Mercury rocker covers in there and looking like a wire block. So that is, it does look very, very good. I'm going to, if you have a few confused faces, I'm sure that we're going to be amused seeing you today. And the style of the car, this was always an image in your head that you were going to do?
Yeah, so we had an artist design it for me first off. Exactly this colour, sand style, wheels, So the car itself's got a lot of really early Indy car influences in it, with exposed rims in the chassis, a lot of exposed rims in the bonnet straps holding the fuel tank in, was actually not holding the mirror, it looks like it. Just a slope windshield, which is actually a curved windshield handmade. The interior is more of a early four-speed style, four seats. Pretty basic car, but it's going to be a very good driver. It's a really solid driver.
Yeah, and is it? And I was asking you before as well. Are you a bit sad that it's not going to be your car to actually drive? Obviously now it's owned by a customer, but I mean you've done a fantastic job. But how do you feel about that?
No, that doesn't worry me. We're caretakers for the site selection, so we get to drive the cars anyway. So we get paid to finish the car, get to drive it. So best of both worlds.
True, that's a win-win, isn't it? And no more projects on just customers' cars at the moment. Nothing personal for yourself.
Nothing for me.
He's done. Well, guys, come on over and have a look. It is a beautiful car, and as you said, it is different styling to a lot of hot rods that you'll see here. And a lot of, like you said, it looks quite a simple car, but like you said, there are a lot of things I can see with hinges and the way you've done some of the way the suspension is and stuff like that. And even just around the chassis and that, there's a lot of things that you will notice. If you compare this to, other 32 Roadsters, you'll see those with the engineering that you've done on this. So you guys have done an amazing job.
Yeah, so just from the amount of vehicles, especially Roadsters that we've built over the years, we took a lot of things that we didn't get to do on other vehicles and put into this vehicle. The stretched wheelbase, the rear wheel arches have been enlarged and brought up to the radius of tyre properly. The car is on the ground super low. Probably too low, but still. And just all the other things like the handmade boot hinges and boot stay, the handmade dash, 53 crestline gauges, which we handmade, simple steering column, handmade billet pedals.
Yeah.
It's pretty tricky.
Like I said, if you have a look at this and have a look at some other 32s, there's just huge differences in there. Well, like I said, if anyone wants to get a car built, you're welcome to talk to Shane and the guys here from Southern Rod and Custom. Like I said, you can see the quality of their work here is obviously exceptional. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere this picks up a trophy over the weekend. I would not be shocked at all, and not a first round for you guys at all with some of the cars. Check them out on Facebook or their website. And Shane, thanks so much and congratulations on such an awesome build.
Thank you, Sandra.
Come on over, guys. Come and grab some photos if you'd like. Yeah, like I said, big round of applause for these guys. It's a huge amount of work when you build one of these cars, especially to a level like this.
Thanks, Sandra. That's such a beautiful car, that one.
And the next off the line, we got the Ballarat Road Rodders lineup, which is big. And first off is Neil Murdoch's 33 Ford Coupe, which has been on the road for approximately 45 years.
On full rego too, that's a lot of money. Next one we got is Corey Johnson's 40 Ford Deluxe. This is running its original flathead V8, producing anywhere between 85 and 100 horsepower. Also still 3 on the tree and retains most original components.
Next, they had some beautiful displays there as well, which they, it wasn't just the cars set up there.
Artifacts in between all the cars. They're like Easter eggs.
Yeah, created a lot of interest as well and helped bring it. So the next is Jeff and Monica Graham's 48 International KB1, which has a 383 Chev paired to a GM Turbo 350 transmission. So front suspension is a Mustang 2 independent front, and looks like it does some farm work there as well. So not afraid to drive them, these guys.
Lots of memorabilia there, all the rat fink and moon eyes and whatever. And we're coming over to Angela's 40 Willys pickup. This one's the second classic car purchase they made after joining Ballarat Road Rodders, so it must be a bit of an addiction there. It's right-hand drive, this one. They found this perfect Willys pickup in far north Queensland, initially dismissed as too far gone.
Done a beautiful job bringing it back though.
Absolutely, it's running a 350 Chev crate motor.
Well, next we got Luke Seisland's 41 Willys Coupe. That's running a 351 Ford with a 671 blower. So that
got a tilt,
drivetrains, yeah.
tilt front end, suicide doors, mini tubs. I think these are all, very...
C4 Auto.
Yeah, definitely. Tough car, like a timeless thing. I like how he's done that on the window there, to like lots of fat arm in there, worn through the satin black paint there.
And they're electric windows too for luxury, which is a bit of hot rod comfort.
That's it. Nice jacket. I don't know where the merch store is. I think you'd have to be a member.
So this is Andrew Pinder's 63 Chevy Nova. It was started as a mate's project, but obviously Andrew's picked it up there. So
It says here the original plan was just get it on the road. Sounds very roadkill to me.
350 small block, scat rods and KB pistons and so forth. Looks like it's project on the go, which some of them are always on the go.
It says he's got upgraded to a GM discs with a 5-stud conversion. I didn't realise that. These early Novas were 4-stud. I wonder if that's maybe a 6-cylinder thing.
Yeah, some of those early cars, if they only were 6s, they only had 4 studs basically. So this one's Greg Seisland's. I'm guessing he's the brother of the previous Luke. So this is long-term vision, body purchased in 76, 49 years of passion for Model A tourers.
And this is Ken and Betty Greaves 31 Vicky. This one's running a 5.7 litre, so 350 Chev. Actually a 6-speed manual, this one, so to get down the highway, all right, that'd be great for some of the drives that these hot rod owners do. Running coilovers at all corners, and definitely not a garage queen.
And this one's Ricky Lynch's 60 Chevy Bel Air. It's got that real lowrider style about it with the work on the roof there. 350 small block, turbo 350, airbags all round. SS Krager rims, always look cool on those. Great
Timeless.
number plate too. Dropped. So that definitely is.
Got the Mexican blankets, and I think there's an image coming up. I like all the Eskies, how they've been done similar to the roof there, like on the back of the bike, next to the car. I think there's one, the baseball bat even. Have a look at that.
Well, the custom roof panel was all done by Alvin Howe. So that might be a local there.
So here we got is, this is a row of cars. Some of them are incomplete projects to sort of take the viewers through
The Ballarat Road Rodders got together on Friday afternoon and put this together in a matter of about 10 or 12 minutes, which was fantastic. So this is Baden's daughter Lily, who's 13 years old, and this is her project, which is fantastic to see.
I think Baden could have given her a better car, but anyway.
Well, this is Baden's sister's Critties. That this one they took 2 weeks to put together, so great effort. So ratchet straps are the go.
That's it, running a 327 small block, not yet running, but it's got a turbo 350, Rod Tech front suspension, sitting on a 32 Ford frame. What's this? Fueled by Jack Daniels and espresso martinis.
So this is Luke's 1950 Chevy Styleline. Again, another project on the go. Former mechanic who stacked tools and skills were waiting for the right project. So effort, the moment the Altona Beach with beer in hand, and led to buying the car that night. So there you go. That original specs, a 250 cubic inch straight 6 on it. Looks like a bit of ideas there on the tail light as to how we want to change it and how does it look. So
A Muncie 3-speed transmission. Usually there'd be a 4-speed.
So this one's an interesting one. This is a 1930 improved boat tail speedster. So it started as a stock Model A, and a lot of these were used at down on Daytona Beach and so forth for speed trials, this sort of thing. Little flathead 4-banger in there, but they do work them as much as they can. Dedicated to grandfather Donnie McGregor, who inspired Brendan's hot rod passion. That, built with traditional methods, family guidance, and the determination to learn through trial and error.
Definitely be. What would you race that on? Like on your beaches or?
Yeah, Daytona Beach, so that sort of thing. So this is Gareth Kemp's 31 Sports Coupe. So it's a 30-year dream. Started with a Thixton fuel block placed on the garage floor. So that's where you start. So it's in the middle of a roof chop here. Sold the beloved 60 Bel Air to build this. It's got a 283 Chev, triple Strombergs, stainless lake headers, Vertex magneto. So turbo 350, and this is Gav Blair's 60 Chevy 4-door Moon Q Bel Air. Now, if anybody knows Gav, you know the story, but grinders and open cans of thinners don't mix, and unfortunately Gav found that out the hard way, but he's all together now and still cracking jokes and running around, and this is his beauty. So at 54 stroker paired to a turbo 400 and 9-inch. This was just finished, this has all just been completely refinished by Baden again after they had a bit of a mishap. So, but done a stunning job. Grey upholstery with yellow diamond stitching throughout.
Next we got Tony Reed's 28 Model A coupe. Get out of the house special. This must have been used as an excuse to go out to the garage, this car. It's got a 350 small block running triple carbs with a mild cam to use all those carbs.
Well, this is Frank Armini's 40 GMC pickup. It's got a bit of history about it as well. These can all, this is Gom's project as well. It's on the build there. So this one's got a fair bit of history, and a lot of these cars have been around a long time. They found them and they've brought them back. So it's 1950 Ford 8BA flathead V8 with Isky 400 cam, twin carbs, on a high-rise manifold.
I noticed one thing about his efforts there on the display there. I think if you stood back and got a good photo of that, it would look like it was on the salt flats, the way they've sort of sprinkled the salt or whatever it is on the tyres. It gives it that.
That's right.
That looks great.
This is Jason Gray's 57 Chevy Bel Air, 350 small block, twin Edelbrock carbies, and half a mannequin.
That is not Sandra. And next up, I'll tell you, one of the hardest working people there. I reckon he made 2 or 3 trips to Melbourne to do this. Is Greg Maskell.
This is a wild Camaro, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a 70-71, and he's sort of made the nose piece around the grille there, one piece. I have personally opened these suicide doors on this car, and they open like a Lexus. They're unreal, the fabrication that's gone into that. Lots of carbon fibre. You can see the rear bumperettes there.
Late model tail lights?
Yeah, I think they're Corvette.
Right.
And lots of anvil carbon fibre parts there. This is the silver EH No-Say that was done quite a while ago. That's still amazing. And this is another work of art. And speaking of art, this was on display at Art in Motion by the time you see this episode. And it fit in perfect. It's still an amazing looking hot rod. And yeah, Greg's one of the hardest working guys there. I wanted to go and see him on the Monday after this, and he was headed back down to Melbourne and grabbed yet another car. So big
Lincoln
effort.
V12 and all that sort of thing. Stunning car there. And back in the EH there, which is no say, because between the father and the son there was no say, and basically what was said was we're going to be done.
It got done the way they wanted to.
So I've got Leanne and Brenton here, and this is their it's got the world's biggest car cover on it, I know that. Well, you know what, we're going to unveil at the same time as Leanne. Tell us what car is under this cover.
Do you want to reveal it first? Or do you want us to unveil it?
You can unveil it as well if you like. Yep.
Just
Yeah. Go for it, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Like I said, it's a huge car cover we've got here to cover this. Oh. It's very theatrical up here.
Just go. Let's do it. It's been too long.
You can add it up. You can add it up and cut later. So here is our unveil here. Brenton, what sort of car is this?
This is a 1952 Chevy Suburban.
1952 Chevy Suburban, and it's only one of
There's about 4 that we know of in Australia.
four
but
that we know of in Australia.
Very rare.
Yeah.
8-seater.
Eight-seater.
Yep. So 3 benches.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Now, you were saying off the microphone before you wanted Leanne to get a hobby.
Yes, I did. I told her to get a hobby. I thought she was going to get into handbags or shoes so I could buy something nice for Christmas. She went and bought a car.
A very big car. And Leanne, why a Chevy Suburban? Like, it's very cool, I must say.
It is cool. I actually wanted a pickup truck because we have already a hot rod, so we wanted something different. And then we realised our daughter couldn't bring any friends. So now she can. However, now we don't want to go in the car because we're too worried about dirtying it. So,
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? So what sort of engine are you running underneath there?
We've got a Chevy 350
Yep.
With it turbo 400.
Nice and reliable under there, so you can get some kilometres in. Well done, guys. Like, it's an amazing car. And how long, so when have you finished it? Has it just been recent?
2 days ago.
2 days.
Finished it.
Yeah.
Possibly a few little bits were still being done yesterday whilst we were here.
Yeah.
But it's been 5 years in the making.
Yeah, wow. And you guys imported this car as well. You brought it in as well. So you obviously must have loved it when you seen it.
Yeah, it was actually bare metal. The only request that I had, we bought bare metal because we didn't know if it had the American Bondo in it. So we thought we would buy that. When it came, had it have been totally straight, we would have kept it bare metal. My only request was that it was bagged.
Yep.
I was happy not to have a V8 if I could bag it. But for one of my birthdays, hubby rocked up at home with a trailer and balloons and our daughter, and there was a V8 engine in the trailer for my birthday, so I got both. So
She really is into bags.
Yeah.
It's just not the type you thought she was
yeah,
going to
fun
be.
bags.
Well, guys, this is an amazing car. Like I said, rare. You probably will never see one at a hot rod show again. So this is like a one of the kind, which I love that we've had a little bit of everything. So fantastic colour too. Is it an original colour scheme off it, or is it?
no, it's not an original colour. It's a combination of a Chevy colour and the dark green is actually a Peugeot colour.
Yeah.
Something else that I didn't mention before is that her name's actually Dorothy. And the reason her name's Dorothy is because she was manufactured in 1952 in Kansas. So she's on a yellow brick road here, and she was a United States Air Force car up until she went into her retirement somewhere in America.
There you go. I do love that. Yes, now that I noticed, yes, it is. It's all on gold here. Well done, guys. Come on over. And if you're downstairs and you haven't seen this car, like I said, come upstairs to the back right-hand corner here and come and check out this beautiful car here. Like I said, brand new, fresh. Dorothy is here to come and have a look. You may even want to vote for it in our public choice. Like I said, we've got those QR codes on the cars, you can vote. Well done, guys. I'm sure you've got lots of happy motoring ahead of you guys in this. And like I said, I'm sure your daughter's got loads of friends who want to jump in there with you guys. So, well done. Yeah, go for it.
And can we also just say thank you to the VHRA for organising this event and to all the volunteers as well for putting on this weekend.
Yeah.
And our friends and family for coming and supporting us and everybody that helped with the build as well.
Yeah, that's correct. And thank you everyone for coming as well to the Hot Rod Show. We know the weather hasn't been that kind today and it's a huge effort for us.
Thanks, Sandra. Here we've got Fritz's XC Sundowner panel van called Jaffa. This is a well-known van. He's owned it for 32 years. It's running a stock 250, well, mildly stock 250, a little bit of work to it. Sort of MC Racing 5-spoke wheels there and plenty of airbrush work. So definitely movie orientated.
Oh, definitely. Always evolving too. You need to maybe, if you look at this car, you need to have photos for reference, because we had a look back at its feature in Street Machine, and the engine bay now is somewhat different to what it was when it was in Street Machine, but you'd have to go back and forth looking at what murals have been changed, what's been added. It's always an immaculate car, and you just got to look at it, see whether you saw that mural last time, because it's always changing, it's always immaculate. And apparently the 250 crossflow in a Sundowner panel van was a lot rarer than the V8 version. You don't see too many 6-cylinder ones.
So this is Bob's 34 coupe called Grumpy. So it's a beautifully built coupe there, sporting a George Haddad blown big block backed up by a turbo 400. 35 spline, 3.7 centered 9-inch in there, so that beautifully trimmed, and one hell of a car to try and keep clean.
That's it. Yeah, we've said previously that the colour combination on this car is really well done. I mean, look at the fabrication in the boot there alone, where the boot lock sits and what have you, all the bead rolling and that in there. This is a top quality car. I mean, the polished alloy centre section there in the diff. Yeah, that's just a very, very nice hot rod. I'd love to see this thing on the street, but yeah, don't want to get it dirty.
This is the Castlemaine Hot Rod Club lineup here. So there'll be some old school builds through here. Castlemaine, for those who don't know, outside of Victorian Australia, that Castlemaine used to be the hot rod capital. Maybe it still is. That's probably very debatable now. So yeah, but really interesting line of cars here. Really.
Yeah, very traditional, and that one there looks very a bit more modern anyway.
Street rod.
2000s or something. And
it's got the old guards on there. That'll be an old one. And beautiful Buick here that beautifully restored back to its original, other than the period correct wire wheels, white walls.
Bloody enormous air cleaner intake there.
Almost looks like a muffler, doesn't it?
Yeah, just about. Yeah. I assume that's very, very factory correct, probably. Someone will correct us.
This will be a 35 or 36 with a flathead in there, and I love the way he's done the detail work on the flathead as well. Really makes it pop. Twin carbs on there, twin 97s I'll take a guess at.
Definitely a few Edelbrock speed parts there.
Yeah, yeah. Nice traditional 32 Roadster. If the cameraman would keep the focus, that'd be great. Thanks, mate. Edelbrock heads and triple carbies, and probably the most famous from Castlemaine is Rod Hatfield, well known for all these builds, and this is his twin blown tall, well, his tall T, I guess you might say. It's a
Sorry, no.
yeah. It's a crazy machine, and yeah, Rod's well known for building and engineering some beautiful creations.
Yeah, he loves a challenge as far as engineering goes. I think this is a twin supercharged, at least a 429. It's definitely a big block Ford. Very reminiscent of, it's like a smaller version of the Munsters car, their bloody hot rod, but always likes to challenge himself when it comes to engineering, and yeah, this thing's definitely iconic.
Certainly does it different.
And here we got GMH 8Q for you. Adam Haldane's HQ sedan. Him and his partner Mel, good friends of our channel. Sitting there, it looks really good in this hall in the candy violet paint that it's wearing at the moment, and those Outlaw Intensity full polished wheels really sort of set that off. The chrome door handles, chrome moulds and all that sort of stuff. Still sporting the 355 stroker, Superflow heads, 650 Holly, and I think it's running a 2-speed power glide with a 4.5 grand converter. Custom trim, short and 9-inch, running 3.5 gears.
What's a man got to do to get a woman like you? What's a man got to do to touch a woman like you? What's a man got to do to get a woman like you? If I have to beg, or if I have to plead, or if I have to fight, tell a lie, or if I speak the truth. Well, tell me, baby, what's a man got to do to get a woman like you? What's a man got to be to make his woman see? What's a man got to be to give a woman what she needs? What's a man got to be? Yeah, what's it got to be to bring a woman to her knees? If I had to beg, or if I had to plead, if I got to fail, or if I had to bleed, if I tell a lie, or if I speak the truth, tell me, baby, what's a man got to do to meet a woman like you? What's he got to do now? You see, a man like me is gonna make you feel good, make your legs start to shake when I pop your hood. I give you all my money, I give you all my honey. So what's a man got to do to get a woman like you? If I got to beg, or if I have to plead, or if I have to fight, or if I have to bleed, if I tell a lie, or if I speak the truth, well, tell me, baby, what's a man? Oh, what's a man? What's a man got to do? Yeah, what's a man got to do to get a woman like you? To get a woman like you?
see there's a car cover here with a nice, fresh, shiny new car under there. And I'll mention about shiny in a second. So I've got Doug and Michelle, and we've got Luke here as well. Doug's the owner, and Mark as well. Yes, everyone. There's always a lot of people the same with these things. And we've got our unveilers there as well. So Doug, tell us first what's under the cover.
34 Ford 3-window coupe.
Nice choice. Now, guys, we'll unveil at the same time as we talk about the car as well. Why not? Come on, let's show the crowd. And tell us, how long did it take you to build?
9 years.
9 years. And what was it originally supposed to be when you started this project?
Track car.
A track car, and now it's not flat black anymore. It's very, very shiny. That Luke has done the paint on it there for you. Tell us, okay, how did it escalate from being something that was supposed to be a track car into this beautiful car?
OCD. Just very fussy.
Yeah, it's easy to get carried away, isn't it? We've all done it. We've stripped a car back and thought, no, we'll just do a small rebuild, and then suddenly you're repainting undercarriages and, trimming cars as well. And what motor? Is this always the plan with the motor? What are you running?
Big block Chevy, power line, 9-inch.
Yeah. And how long ago did you finish it?
Last night.
4 days.
4 days ago. I feel this is like where Luke comes into this, because normally the painters are normally somewhere at the end of this picture of when we're, because assembling a car after it's been painted is one of the trickiest things.
Oh,
it's a nightmare. So Luke, how did you find this job? And what colour is it painted? It's a beautiful colour.
It is a factory colour with, it's got a different base under it to get the blue to stand out a bit more. Previous to it being painted, all the panels fit like a glove.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Once it's painted, half holes out,
Yeah.
nothing fits.
Yeah.
3 days of pulling your hair out to get it to fit without scratching.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've ever, like I said, painted a car rod or any car, it is a nightmare. It's so much more fiddly because you've got to put everything back together. The way you're very carefully, and you're chipping paint, you're screaming, and you're ripping your hair out, and lots of sleepless nights. Michelle, how have you found this?
No, good.
You good?
I'm very excited and I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. Have you got any car events you're going to go and, like, are you going to drive the car? Are you going to do shows for a while?
Drive it.
Just drive it. Just drive it. Yeah. Well, it looks fantastic. So, is there anyone, like, obviously Luke has helped out with it. You've done a lot of the work yourself at home. It's a shed built car, this one. Yeah.
And building a 2-car garage.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive. Yeah. And trim wise and things like that. Who helped you out with that?
Me and Luke.
You and Luke. You did the whole lot. Wow, that's impressive. You don't see that too often. It is, like I said, you've done an exceptional job. So, well done, team. Like I said, everyone come on over, have a look, check out Doug and Michelle's beautiful car. And like I said, Luke, if you want to have a chat to Luke, where are you from? What paint shop are you from?
Lukey's Custom Garage on Facebook. Instagram, Lukey did it. It's my bike over there as well. Do lowrider bikes, motorbikes, pinstriping, airbrushing, the whole works.
Luke is literally, at every show that I go to, has the best. Maybe I'm biased because I know you, Luke, but the best lowriders there. He's always representing the lowrider community of bikes, and they always look amazing. So he's a great painter. Come on over, like I said, check it out. Big round of applause, guys. Congratulations on your beautiful car.
they're born. Some fall into it as time moves on. Some are defenseless when Cupid strikes. But I've been heartless ever since I opened my eyes. I'm gonna run from love. Yeah, I'm gonna run from love. Ain't nobody gonna get me to slow it down. I'm gonna run from love. Some are weary and some are lost. Some keep their spirits up at any cost. Some pay the price and some only talk. But I've been feeling nothing since the day I could walk. I'm gonna run from love. Yeah, I'm gonna run from love. Ain't nobody gonna get me to slow it down. I'm gonna run from love. Yeah. I'm gonna run.
father and son team here with the car that's under the cover, and a lot of people will know you because you've built. How many T-Bucks have you built over the years?
Well, as McDonald Brothers, over the course of the time that we were able to build the 2 buckets, we put about 120 kits together. So, there's still a lot of them out there, still a lot being driven, from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
So this is the very, very first one that I personally put together, and I debuted it as a chassis in the 1972 Melbourne Hot Rod Show, and as a completed vehicle at Sydney in 1972 in the June. So, we're very fortunate to be able to find it, and my son Phil and I have resurrected it basically as it was. So we tried to keep the theme of the vehicle exactly the same it was what it was. We have updated it with late model electronics relevant to the fuel injection system and a few other odds and ends, but overall it's still exactly the same vehicle as I put together all those years ago. And I can honestly say that probably an easy 75 to 80% of the vehicle is original. So, that's it.
This is a pretty cool story. So this car has been at the Victorian Hot Rod Show in 1973. It was here. It got sold by Ray to buy a house. So Phil never actually saw the car growing up. Let's pull the covers back so everyone can see why this car is so exceptional to the McDonald's family. So as I said, it was sold by house. Phil never actually saw the car, but I mean, this car was a very, very well-renowned car back in the day, built by the McDonald brothers. Give these guys a round of applause because this car has been sold maybe 8 or 9 times in the Canberra area, and obviously these cars get run down over 50 years. And the guys have then found the car again after a lot of looking and searching, and have managed to restore it back to the way it was back in 1972. So it's an absolutely huge effort, and it's so rare to see a car survive that long and then obviously have its original owner put it back together. Phil, tell us about your connection with the car, because obviously this is your dad's car, and this is a project you guys have been doing together, huge amount of work. And tell us what you thought of the car growing up. When you knew, how did you feel about your dad selling it?
Well, it was sold before I was born, so it was always photos on the wall, magazines, etc. And always wanted to see it, but out of sight. And over the years, again, with the other T buckets, there was a lot of inspiration, but always wanted this one.
Yeah. No, it's good. So how long ago did you actually buy it back? How long ago did you actually find it?
5 years ago is basically around the COVID time. Yeah. It was basically purchased, but was harassing the previous owner for years on Facebook, sell it, which he said he never would. But luckily he was moving interstate and he couldn't deal with the engineers and all the bits and pieces that he would have had to have gone through. So worked out well.
Scooped in there. And what sort of condition was it in when you got it back compared to now? Walk us through that. Because like I said, 50-year-old hot rods generally don't survive well. So what was it like?
I can't say that. But it needed a lot of work, and it was time that it got the attention it deserved.
Yeah. So. Well, you guys.
Also, it didn't have the supercharger on it. It's a different paint job, different upholstery in it. Just a lot of things that were totally different. But we're able to find an original 65 GMC supercharger. It's an original 65 Scott fuel injection system, as per what I had on it way back. Yeah. So we've replicated it to exactly the way it was back then.
Yeah. And in 1972, I mean, what an amazing car. Like, hot rods just, California had cars like this, but certainly not Australia, not to this level. So, I mean, it was a beautiful car back then, but it still works now. Like, it's still an amazing car now, and this literally is a piece of history that has been restored here. So, like I said, check it out. And the name, I have to ask, I never knew why you gave it. Where did the name come from?
Something old, something borrowed, something new.
Yeah. So that's right. You know, so the car's name, if you are listening, it's called Something Blue. And I have this theory that all the best hot rods have names. So I think especially when it has this sort of, it was very much like a 70s thing to have a car name, but I love that, you know, that they do have that name. And like I said, full credit to you guys. And what a thing to achieve as a father and son. Honestly, full credit to you guys. It's amazing. So come on over, have a look. It is an absolute work of art, this car. Well done, guys. Big round of applause. So whilst it's not a car that everyone hasn't actually seen before.
comes round, you better run for cover, or he's gonna keep you up all night. He's gonna take you out and get you lit and call your brother. You're in a plate out in a fight. He'll leave you knocked down, sitting crying for your mother. And when you're on the ground, he'll pick you up and say, have another boy. You better run for cover when Willie comes around. When Willie comes by, better hide your money, or he's gonna take you for a ride. You'll have to spend it all, and he won't stop till you're talking funny. Be waking up wishing you had died. And in the morning when your head is split and your nose is bloody, you can take my tip, and next time you can thank me, buddy. Next time hide your money when Willie comes around. Slow down, we can't keep up. And when you come round, leaving us beat up. And Billy, he's a two-time cheater, one-time lover, and a woman stealer.